Hello everyone, I'm back with an app build. So this time, I took a challenge a few days ago and I was not able to execute that challenge well because of some other stuff that was going on uh, in my life. So basically, now I will do it. I will make a live app now. So what is the plan? Basically, I'll make the simplest app possible and help you understand how you can build that simplest app. So let's do it. And what's the wait? Uh, just starting the things out in the obvious. And let's do it. Right, that's the spirit I want you from you boys. I think it will load things out for me. Just a minute. Keeping a check. Uh, so yeah, it's doing pretty much well. Let me create some files and let's start. We'll be basically making a counter app, counter native app. Let's start building it. Let me open the file, VS Code, and let's create it. So how we'll create it? By using the command npx expo applatest.slash. You can check the docs for more. It's installing those things, and within this it will be installed. So now what I'll do is I'll start this whole app. How we will do that? By just doing npx expo start. What I'll do is I have run this command npm run reset project, and it has basically reset some things. Now I can do is I can delete some stuff, but let's run something. So let's run our thing. So yeah, here's our index page that is currently there for us. We don't need this app example, so just removing it. We don't need these things also. We can just remove it. Also constants, we don't need it and remove it. We don't need even components, but I'll keep it. What I'll do is I'll just remove these things. Nothing changes. All thing is good. We have this file, index file, right? Now what we'll do is I'll just create a counter app for you guys for this session. Let's do that. So talking about that, I'll be building it inside my index.js. What is happening here? Wait a minute. Alright. Yep. So cool. Let me just first the always one thing that we always do is write hello world so that we can say something like we have entered into this programming language. Hello world is here. Now what I'll do is I'll create a counter. How will I create a counter? So if you have a context with React in React we always create states with which hook? Use state. So I'm just creating a hook state here. So similar syntax. How will I use it? By using react.useState and initializing its initial value to 0, of course. Now what I'll do is I'll create a inside my hello world. I can just say counter and add the counter value. It means the state, of course. So now you can see counter is set to 0. Now what I'll do is I'll create some buttons. How will I create that? Let me just figure it out. Importing buttons inside it. Let me just do one thing. I'll be taking some help from ChatGPT. Yep. We can directly use it inside here in our native thing. Button, and I'll import style sheet. For flexibility, I'll just copy some things. Here. Right. Now what I'll do is, for the styling, see, the view is a div basically. What you do with div is you will do with view in React Native. So instead of style, I can just write styles dot something, right? So I'll write container here, and I have some pre-written styles. So why not use it? Container. Here it is. Yeah, just doing some sort of styling with it. I think you have already know these things like justify content and flex. If you don't know, learn about it. Basically, I would say this is not a full basic thing. You need some pre-existing knowledge of little bit. I'm not saying you need to know everything, but yeah, little bit would help. So yeah, here we are. Now I want to increase the font size also for that. So I'll say counter and create a style font size, maybe little bit more, 20. And yeah, that's it. I'll just add the style by doing this thing, style equal to style dot styles dot counter, and the style will be applied. The font size has been increased. Now I will have to create some buttons for it. So button is created, and how will I write anything inside it? Using title. I'll say increase the count. After that, I have to give some like on change thing, on press thing, basically. Like on pressing it, what will happen? I am just giving an arrow function in which I want set state should change from state +1. All right, this will happen. Let's see. You can see on clicking increase button, it is changing the value of counter. Now what I'll do is I'll create another button that will decrease its value. So here it is, decrease its value. I'll just add state -1, and now the other thing will decrease the state's value. Isn't it cool? You are making a counter for yourself. I want these two like as in flex, like both uh, like horizontal to each other, basically side by side, like this mug and this laptop is side by side. So I'm adding a view to it, that is sort of adding a div inside so that everything gets smooth. Yep. So another style I'll add is direction row. So I'll create a sub container in which I'll write flex direction row with 60% of width. I'll have to write row in this string value, width also in 60%, right? Another thing what I can add is some space between, right? So yeah, let's add this style inside this view through styles and styles dot sub container, and let's see what is happening. You can see something is happening. Let me just do it around. Yeah, that's better, but I'll decrease the size. I'll add some margin top of 1 pixel. And Okay, got it. Oh, it's good. Yep. So, yep. On clicking on increase button, it is increasing. On clicking on decrease, it is decreasing. So it sort of says that we have made our counter thing, right? Inside this whole thing. So yeah, for now we have successfully created our counter app. I think you learned something by just creating a counter app. It's a simple app that we have built. Uh, I'm not going to say commit myself that I will be surely making a video on how to deploy it, but if you want it, just give me some comments, throw some comments, or if I'll get some time, I'll just ship it and make it live. That's what I'll do. So thanks guys for watching this whole session. I hope you have learned something new, and till then, bye bye, and I have completed that challenge. So bye bye.